So upon opening my eyes this morning, I just knew that everything had changed. So yesterday was 10/10, 10th of October, new beginnings, the new light leaders coming forward, and the new light leaders are coming forward to ignite the other leaders. We're all leaders, but there's leaders of leaders, and then once everybody's a leader, awesome, that's where we're meant to be, right? So yesterday might have been a huge day for you. You might have been getting lots of downloads. You might have been really thinking about being in creation. How can you really serve in the way that you were really born to serve? And then this morning, which is the 11th of October, as soon as I opened my eyes, I had this strong knowing. I got this big download of all timelines in the past have converged into the present. So what does this mean for us? This means that if you have been the sort of person that has stuff you haven't dealt with in your past, either to do with yourself, it could be to do with your health, things that you haven't addressed. It could be to do with the relationship you have with yourself. Maybe you don't have good enough boundaries with yourself. Maybe you treat yourself badly. Maybe you shut your dreams down. You've been a dreamer, shutter downerer. Maybe it's to do with a relationship in your past, something that you wished you'd done, or something you wished you'd never done, or something you feel guilty for doing or guilty for not doing. So whatever it is, it's really interesting. We are having the past come into the present. So have you been thinking about people from your past? Or have you been dreaming about people from your past, or just spontaneously found yourself talking about just memories that you've had, right? That's because the past has come into the present. So we know that that's why it's hard to tell the future at the moment, because so many timelines are all converging. It's very difficult to see them all so separately. But the past now has converged into the present. Now we know that time is an illusion anyway. So even though I've got past lives, they're all running concurrently right now to this life. But my current life, the timelines in my current life, they've come into the present, and that's begun from this morning. And so what that means is that if we have healed our past and we're at peace with relationships and the situations that have occurred, right? Then what's going to happen is we're going to be thinking about these people, maybe talking about these people, sharing memories about these people, but it's not going to hook in to us on their way past. So we might have a memory, like I was talking this morning about my grandmother and how I wish I could speak to her now and the things I would have said, and then I was remembering things about her I haven't even thought about in the last, really 20 years. I haven't even thought about it, like new stuff. And it's just passing through. I don't have any regrets. I don't have anywhere I feel ashamed or guilty or anything. There's nothing hooking me. So I can just enjoy it going past. I can just enjoy the memory. If you have these memories coming up, but it feels like it's hooking in and it's bringing you into an old feeling, an old energy, that familiar old feeling is kind of coming back almost to haunt you, it is asking you to address it rather than suppress it. And I always say, address, don't suppress, otherwise it's BS. It's asking you to heal it. And this is actually a really good thing because it means that you are ready. What's happening on this planet is that those of us that have shut parts of our life away because we weren't strong enough to deal with them then, the planet's saying to us, you're strong enough to deal with it now. So we're going to bring it into your present now. And you have two choices. You can continue to try to suppress it. And there are those of us that will. And I think that that's going to be a very hard route to take. And then there are those of us that are going to go, hey, you know what? I'm ready now. I'm strong enough and I'm ready now to face it, whatever it is. And this is where you're going to pull out the tools that you love, and you might want to learn new tools in order to transmute whatever that situation is so that you can be completely at peace with it. Because that's what transmutation is. It's basically turning the dark into light. It's changing. So if you feel, you might be remembering or recalling how angry you were at a particular situation, or you might be recalling how hurt you were over a particular situation. You might be crying, you might have all these feelings. Let them out and let yourself work through them. You're strong enough to do it now. We've been having our hand held since January. So many of us have had so many new perspectives, so many new downloads downloaded into us over this past 9 months, the gestation period, which is what I talked about on the previous video. So go ahead and listen to that if you haven't yet. And now we're being rebirthed. And in order to rebirth, we really do need to genuinely let go of the past. And I don't mean in a classic light worker way of just let go, which I fucking hate. You cannot let go until you have gotten the gift from the situation, until you understand what it was initiating you into your next level, and then you can let it go. Once you've got the gift, you can let it go. Once you've got the gift, then you can forgive. Very difficult to forgive if you can't see it from a higher perspective and get the gift. You might need to forgive yourself. You might need to forgive somebody else. If it's stuff that you've ignored about your body, maybe your body is showing it to you very loudly right now, yelling at you, literally, address this, stop ignoring me. So this is an interesting time. If you have no reaction to it, good. Enjoy the memories, enjoy talking about it, even if they've hurt you, even if these people have hurt you or you've hurt them or it didn't end well. What you'll find is you'll still be able to pull out the love and pull out the beautiful memories and enjoy it. If it's hooking into you, I'm going to say to you that it's always been hooking into your energy, even when you were compartmentalizing it and shutting it down. It's always been hooking into your energy then. So now is the time for you to de-hook and literally, genuinely free yourself so you can ascend. We cannot ascend if we have energy drains from the past, if we have areas where our energy is draining out, or our life force is draining out, or our good feelings are draining out. It's like a ship. You can't get to the other side if there are holes draining out. You're just going to sink, and we can't ignore it anymore. So I'm curious to know how this feels for you. I want you to remember that you were born to transmute your past, present, and future. You've been born to do it, and it's like a muscle to get strong. So I'm going to be helping you with this over the next few weeks. I'm actually launching a new podcast. So I'm going to be talking about this subject much more deeply on the podcast. And I'm actually launching a 6-part course so that we can become very, very good at alchemizing situations and things, because we are born alchemizers. So it's increasing the skill within us. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Know that if you've got stuff coming up, you're ready. Give yourself like a really big hug. Know that you're ready, and know that if you decide to heal this, you're going to be very, very supported by the universe to do it, because we're never, ever on our own. They want us to do it now, mostly ourselves, but they're going to be there helping us and guiding us all the rest of the way. Lots of love.